Now, little side note, I never made a candy corn on here. So, we'll see how it goes. So, I am thinking that I don't want to do it normal, like petal style. I just want to put ruffles on here. Alright, so I'm also thinking that if all I want is ruffles on here, y'all, these holes are really close together. So on a normal wreath frame, your ruffle would be about 4 to 5 inches apart. So if we put a ruffle here, right? So if I put a ruffle here, and then I try to put another ruffle right here, that might be a lot. I'm thinking you might be able to do, but then you may not be able to because the ruffles are going to go this way. Y'all, we're going to have to play with it. We're going to have to play with it. I just feel like the ruffles, it's going to be a lot if you put them side by side. Let's try to do every other. Y'all, and what it may be is the regular one and then skip one and then go in the whatever this one is right here. So this one is in the hole that it's supposed to go in. Then I skipped one dot and then connected the next two. So let's just cut some and see what it looks like. Question. Is it, what colors? Yellow, orange, then white, right? Yellow, orange, then white, correct? Somebody agree. All right. You guys made a candy corn on the board? How long did you cut your mesh? I'm thinking I'm gonna want it at least 15 so that we can curl just a little bit. Someone said orange, yellow, white. Yellow, orange, white. Orange, yellow, white. You guys, are we gonna have a drunk candy corn or what? Of course, neither one of the Halloween signs that I have a candy corn on it. All right, I'm just gonna go about 15. 15, 30. All right, so I think 4 cuts is going to give us enough to see if we like it. All right, so the reason I did 15 I wanted to be able to curl these edges. This is a weird mesh. I don't know what this is. I did not get this out of inventory. This came out of my personal collection. This is like window pane. All right, so we just want to be able to curl it at least one time, so that way we can ruffle it, and then we can hide those ruffles where it doesn't show. Y'all, I don't think I'm gonna like the ruffle on here. Don't think I'm gonna like the ruffle. New plan. New plan. I want to see what it looks like if I skip the first row. So because I am not going to heat seal this mesh or anything like that, I'm going to just do a square. Another square, and then I am going to fold up these. Right? So if I can get this petal to cover, Pearl, we have ring boards in stock, right? So if I can just start on this row and I can cover all these holes, we're gonna use a lot less mesh, right? So I'm gonna start on this row. All right, and with this petal, I am gonna do every hole. So we got small boards, triangle boards, and ring boards in stock today. We already had character, wing, and cross. The only thing that we're missing right now that we normally carry is What are we missing right now? That large boards. Y'all, and we might actually be able to get away with just doing every other row on this board. We're gonna see. Let's just see what we can do. We're figuring out together. All right, last one. Then we'll see how many we need to cut, because I don't even know. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7. We need 8. We need 8. Y'all, I do really like this mesh. It's just not what I thought I was grabbing. And I don't know when we stocked it. All right, these are 15-inch pieces that I need to move so we don't accidentally grab one. Three. Two more. Yo, I'm just gonna go ahead and cut all 3 of these because we're gonna need them. All right. So we have our square, fold it corner to corner. Then we're gonna go corner to corner again. Y'all, in this way, with this fold, all the cut edges are just down here at the bottom, and all of these are folded edges, so it's never gonna fray. Right? So now we can just pinch in the middle and just keep going across. Who won yesterday's box? I haven't even thought about yesterday's box, so I don't even know. No one won. I took the day off yesterday, including giving stuff away. It's definitely not value mesh, it's window pane mesh. Y'all, those pliers were not in the carrier, but still available. Y'all, my allergies are crazy. Nope, it's not fabric. Good to see you made it home, Brenda. I didn't leave. All right, so tip to tip. Get our edges folded nice and clean. Tip to tip again. Make sure you have no cut edges on the side. And then a little pinch. And some people cut that off. I just tuck it under. Y'all, I am trying to make sure that all of these down here are about the same size. Can't have no janky candy. All right. We got to get to making these ruffles, or we're going to be here for a long time. Y'all, and I don't make sure they're perfect. I don't do any of that kind of stuff. Give it a good pinch. Oh, you're welcome, Bernadine. Soul did not work for you today? Did you try a comment, Soul? We have a troll, but I don't see them, so I can't do anything about that one. So if y'all just report the person, it should work itself out. Would it be okay to do different designs and mesh for each color? I don't know why you couldn't, but I'm going for a candy corn. So I don't know if that would work out for a candy corn. But if you were going for like a melted bag of Skittles. Y'all, I have no answers on comment sold. It's not my thing. It's Parker's. So, no idea. If it was me, I would go to decoexchange.com, get what you want. Because if you commented just the word sold and you haven't paid for it yet, you didn't get it. It only holds it for an hour. And he did that longer than an hour ago. All right, 3 more. What the heck? Whose idea was this? Y'all, I think it's gonna be we're not gonna freak out because we're gonna try to do every other and see if it works. I don't know if it will, but if we can do every other, it's gonna speed it up quite a bit. I will tell you that a whole bunch of people did successfully shop with comment sold. I can see on the back end there were purchases from it. How it works, what you have to do, no idea. This mesh is not available. Any June boxes available? Another Parker question. If he didn't list any yet, then I'm going to say no, but not real sure. Yeah, so I did see in comment selling some people that they had to go do some stuff before they could shop. This is a yellow window pane. All right, last one on this row. Y'all, I'm gonna attempt to skip this row and go to this row and see if it covers. So we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. June spaces are sold out, but that doesn't mean we won't have some individual boxes. Is this the Star Trek pedal? Can someone answer that? Because I don't know the names of the pedals. So y'all, you might find it easier to turn your board sideways and load them in. Now you want a candy corn? I'm sure some stores already have the Halloween candy out. Y'all, some people have said that they like to do this part like while watching TV. Too bad you guys aren't even watching, looking at the table. Like just sit down at the TV with their board and their zip ties and just load zip ties while they're doing something else. I don't watch TV though, I just work, so that wouldn't work for me. 7, so we need to cut 6, we already have 1. So 10-inch by 10-inch squares, fold, fold, all right, pinch in the center and then just keep on going. Now, because we didn't use that row, We probably could have left this piece like just folded out and not had to worry about it. We'll try on the next one, see what happens. This is not a new rotary cutter blade. This is our same blade, same rotary cutter, the Deco Exchange one. All right. So because we're skipping a row, we could probably just work all this tail right through there and tighten that up and leave that right there. Because the next one's just gonna cover it. Unsweetened tea? Tracy, you should like put that child up for adoption. Now we might have to play with the petals a little bit to make sure they cover this area perfectly. Y'all, and just an FYI, I am not seeing all the comments. I don't know what's going on with Facebook, but yay. Gonna need a zip tie gun soon. I have a few of them. I don't like them, so I'll stick to my clippers. Y'all, this is one of those boards that if we would have painted the board in the different, so paint this section yellow, this section orange, this section white, it would have been super helpful with any little gaps in coverage. You love your zip tie gun? That's cool. Just wasn't for me. Lots of people like it. You work in a Hobby Lobby floral department. That's fun. Any new cute stuff, Tiffany? Do we need to like get off here and run to Hobby Lobby real quick? Last petal on that side. could have folded it. She didn't bring any yellow foil. All right, now on the edge, I'm definitely gonna fold the edge over because I don't want it like hanging off the side or showing that little bit of fray this way. All right, so there's our yellow. Now I'm gonna move into orange, and then we'll have our white. Margie, we don't give away just ribbon boxes, but no one won the surprise box yet. I'll draw for it either tonight or tomorrow. Alice just ordered her Cricut 3. I ordered one too. Y'all, I've only played with my regular Cricut a few times, but who else needs all the new toys all the time? Some of our little loops here. You think I missed this spot? I think I just zip tied these two together. Well, you can't really miss this spot because there's only so many holes. So can't really miss a spot. Thank you, though. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 orange ones. All right, now this orange is a value mesh. This orange was in stock. Y'all, I don't think the 10-inch is going to be thick enough by itself, honestly. So I think I'm going to cut these at 20 inches. How many did I say I needed? 6? What is value mesh? It's really cheap mesh. You can see like my hand goes right through it. 4, 5. Y'all, this was the only orange I had. All right, so there's our 6. Okay, so if the mesh is really thin like this one, like you can clearly see right through it, what I like to do is just double them up. So we're gonna take it and we're gonna fold it in half. Now we have our 10 by 10. All right. And then from the 10 by 10, we're gonna do our normal fold. So we're gonna fold this point over here. Why does that fold backwards? Square to square. This fold over here. Y'all, we just did this how many times? And now I'm like, how did I do that again? This way. We'll figure this out. Hang on. I'm trying to figure out which way gives me the least rough edges. So this mesh has a very rough edge, and it's gonna catch on each other. So I'm just kind of playing with it a little bit to just figure out which way is gonna give me the less stress when I put it on there. All right, so now we folded it tip to tip. Gonna fold it tip to tip again. All right, now all those rough edges are hidden. All right, and all of the gross edges are on the back side. Yeah, I was trying to make sure that it wouldn't get tangled up whenever I was folding it. On the outside corner, I am gonna fold it in again, just because I wanna control that edge. And you can see that the orange with all the extra folds is now covering exactly what you need. All right, so fold it. Fold it tip to tip. Kind of crease it out a little bit if you can. Then fold it again, tip to tip. Now, these tips get really messy because it's just bad mesh to work with, y'all. But just because the mesh makes you want to cuss doesn't mean we can't use it. But you can, I don't know if you guys can tell, but back here on this end, it's all wiry and stringy. But luckily, the tips are gonna cover that and we won't have the problem. Just know it's not gonna be a perfect edge whenever you use a mesh that does not want to play nice. All right, look, it's covering just fine. How will I do the last row? Well, when we get there, you'll find out, friends. I'm not there. How am I supposed to know? All right, fold it over again. We're winging it. Hopefully, oh, the white mesh is a fabric mesh. So hopefully that one won't make me dislike candy corns. Connie, can you come iron this for me? Y'all, I got on Connie's live earlier today, and she was ironing her mesh. Y'all, I'll try a lot of things, but ironing my mesh probably ain't one of them. And just a side note, on the edge, we're gonna fold that tip in so that none of this little crap up here hangs out over the edge, right? So down here, we're gonna tuck it. Someone said a witch's hat? Totally. Did y'all see what I did with the Santa face? I never finished it. Mainly because when I went to do it, we were sold out of white mesh. Yeah, my petals don't need veins. Y'all, let me show you real quick. Let me grab it. So, I was starting this before May, like April-ish, but I never did it. So I took a character board and I put a Santa Claus face right in the center. Then I took a wing board, I cut it in half, and then I took a piece of the wing board, and I was gonna make a really fun Uncle Sam. Do this piece black with the brim, give him a nice little firework thing on the head, and then white mesh around, but I didn't have any white mesh, so he never got finished. So, what could you do with the candy corn frame to get a nice brim for a witch's hat? like this. All right, we need another row of orange. Yeah, he might turn into a Christmas Santa again. A nice black hat with a big gold belt buckle on it, maybe. Oh, you know what though? You know what I would do? This is what I would do. I would take the candy corn frame and I would figure out some way to section off in like about right here. That way you could do witch's hat up here, the brim, and then underneath you could do tulle with witch's legs. Have you guys ever seen the witch's hats with the legs hanging out of them? You could totally recreate that with the with the triangle board. All right, we need 4 orange. All right, remember we're cutting these at 20. How did I cut the wing board? With my bolt cutters. Just snip right through it. The face is definitely not from Unique in the Creek. That was a custom face done just for Deco Exchange. Thank you, though. All right, so we have our 4. Fold it in half so that it looks a little thicker. You've seen this board to make a campfire. Well, it's definitely not safe to burn plastic, so you shouldn't do that. I used a bow maker to start a campfire once. That's all. No triangle boards. All right, so we got our little triangle, all the nasty edges down here. Give it a good ruffle. Yo, it's not even really a ruffle, it's just a little bunch. All right, so I did 2 rows of yellow, 2 rows of white, and then that's not white, that's orange. Then we'll do white at the top, and then we'll figure out what we're gonna do up there. All right, so because this mesh was so thin, we did a 20-inch cut instead of a 10. The other ones we did were 10 inches. You could definitely make a witch's broom with it. A cute ghost. Yeah, you could do that. I don't know what kind of candy corn y'all were eating, but mine never had brown on the tip. Like, y'all better get an adult to inspect your candy jars, because that's weird. Oh, thanks for your input, Kim, but it'll be staying like it is. Thank you. All right. So we've got our yellow, our orange. Let's get our white done. So let's see how many white ones we're gonna need. Y'all, you're not supposed to actually eat the candy corns. They're little wax pellets. You just look at them. Those are just like the green stuff on the side of your steak. You don't eat that. It's just a little garnish. All right, so we're gonna need 5 candy corn and the pumpkins. Friends. 10. Y'all, I'm going to try these at 10 inches. Just because this one's a little bit thicker. All right, so you've got our 10-inch square. Fold it tip to tip. Get your little edge nice and cute. Fold it again, tip to tip. Got our nice, clean little petal. Air conditioner finally turned off. Y'all, how many of y'all live in Texas? I saw today that they're gonna do rolling blackouts this summer because y'all's ACs are burning up all the power. So they're gonna do rolling blackouts. All over Texas. That's crazy to me. I feel like rolling blackouts, like in the summer, could be serious, like really dangerous for older people. Like it's gonna get like little saunas in y'all's houses. Because it doesn't take long, like especially if you're in an older home that doesn't have great insulation, it's not gonna take long for that little bit of AC you're getting to bell out. Buy a whole house generator, then you're gonna have to pay a whole lot of money in natural gas, which may not work out. I just like think about like whenever you get out, like whenever you turn off your car, how fast your car heats up. The home generator is a great idea, Helen, until you get that first bill where your natural gas bill is like $4,000. All right, we got a candy corn. So at the very top, we have this little situation going on. I kind of want to put one more right in the center, but then I don't. What I think I want to do is a really large bow with tails coming off one side. So let's do that. Y'all, all of these ribbons are from a ribbon box. I like to do my twist before I get to the bow. That's just me. Y'all, I'm not gonna make the bow too crazy big, so let's go out to about 6 inches. Tammy Hodges, you still here? You know where you weren't tonight? In class. They're currently installing a whole house generator at our house. I just hope it gets installed in time. Y'all, so I was gonna do green, purple, black, orange here, but because I use this orange ribbon, I'm just gonna worry about bringing out some of the other colors here to the top. This candy corn ribbon is about 6 years old, so it's probably not around anymore. Y'all, this is one of my favorites. This type It's a glitter ribbon, but it's really easy to use. And they're not all like that. Sometimes glitter ribbon is just a pain in the rear to deal with. This one is really good. So normally we do the bows with our tails long down and short up. This time I'm doing it sideways. So everything on this side is short, everything on this side is long. Just because, no grand reason. I need a pipe cleaner. The glitter, I mean, glitter is always gonna fall off, but it's not like, I don't know, it's a weird texture. Slide off. Eye cleaner around it. Give it a good tight pinch and a really good twist. All right, I'm gonna get mine added, not at the very top. I'm gonna get it tied in down a little bit lower. Right? So our bow's still gonna cover our situation at the top. Any suggestions? DecoExchange.com, RW8026. All right, let's clean up our tails. I'm gonna make anything on this side or the top shorter. And then the tails on this side longer. Why didn't you start the mesh from the bottom? I did. We went from the bottom to the top. That's why we're at the top right now. There we go. I'm gonna keep these tails straight down though, so that it doesn't cover all of the white. All right, so we do have a few new things in stock over at decoexchange.com. You can go check it out. We got all Unique in the Creek boards in. The narrow part where you have the white mesh. So a candy corn is this shape. All right, y'all, that's it for tonight. I'm gonna go home and get some work done. How about y'all? All right? Good night, y'all.